He was supposed to be Liverpool's spark for the coming season, a player whose feet danced with the ball and whose smile lit up Anfield under the floodlights. But on a lonely stretch of Spanish highway, in the dead of night, everything changed for Diogo Jota, who just days earlier had stood beaming beside his childhood sweetheart Ruth, their 3 children at their side, as he vowed forever to the girl he'd loved since 16. His dream wedding in Porto, marking the start of what should have been the happiest chapter of his life. Yet fate had its own cruel ending written, for not even the brightest talent or the purest heart can outrun a twist of destiny. And so when the doctors told him after lung surgery that flying was risky, Diogo did what any devoted player would do. He found another way back, because pre-season was starting Monday and Jota wasn't the kind of man to miss training, not even with stitches on his side. So he and his younger brother Andre, just 26, his only sibling, his best friend, set out from Portugal in a sleek Lamborghini, a machine built for speed and glory, its engine growling as it carried their hopes up the A52 towards Santander. The plan simple: reach the port city, drive the final miles of sun-drenched Spain, roll the wheels onto the Brittany Ferry's deck by 4 p.m., watch the cliffs of Plymouth rise at dawn, then coast north to Liverpool where teammates would be waiting, but somewhere near Cernadilla, just 10 miles from Portugal's border. A moment of overtaking at midnight turned into eternity, because when you ride a beast like a Lamborghini, a single tire means everything. And when that tire explodes at high speed, there's no time for prayers, no chance to blink back fear, no chance to hold your brother's hand one last time. The car veered, skidded, metal scraping tarmac like a scream in the dark, then rolling, crushing, burning. The flames swallowing what once was laughter, and wedding bells, and the promise of fresh starts. When emergency services arrived at 12:35 a.m., they found wreckage and fire licking at the Spanish brushland, the brothers beyond saving. 2 young lives fused forever in tragedy. Back in Porto, Ruth, just days a bride, would wake to a phone call no new wife should ever answer, and Liverpool, city of loyal chants and banners held high, woke to tears, Anfield's gates now an altar of scarves and flowers. Strangers standing side by side whispering, "You'll never walk alone through." Cracked voices, the world asked why him, why now, why so cruel? And doctors said yes, he'd chosen the road because of his lungs, a simple precaution that changed nothing but everything. CNN Portugal's Rui Loura said live on air the surgery wasn't life-threatening, just healing time, just no flying. Victor Pinto added that Diogo sometimes chose long drives anyway, always careful with his body, mindful of the hidden battles inside even a star athlete's chest. But none of that mattered to a piece of blown rubber spinning off a rim at full speed. No glory on the pitch could rewrite that one brutal second. Police don't yet know who was driving. Maybe it was Diogo gripping the wheel tight, maybe Andre laughing at the radio, maybe they were just talking about the future, about Ruth and the kids and preseason goals and new contracts and the roar of the cop when he next curled one top corner at Anfield. But the road doesn't care about dreams, it swallows them in the dark and leaves the rest of us piecing together the what-ifs. And as Ruth posted their wedding photos just hours before, captioning her forever vows, Diogo replied, "I'm the lucky one." Words now echoing through candlelit vigils, through teammates' stunned tweets, through children who'll never understand why dad's boots are still in the hallway but he isn't coming home. The club's official statement was simple, but it hurt. Diogo's family, friends and fans have suffered an unimaginable loss. The word unimaginable carrying the weight of every chant now turned into a whisper at Anfield's gates, where supporters young and old, jerseys tugged tight over broken hearts, leave flowers and scarves and letters to a hero they never got to thank enough. And somewhere on the A52, scorched tarmac holds a secret only the night remembers, because in the end it wasn't an opponent or an injury or a lost final that took Diogo Jota. It was just bad luck, a tire, a road, a moment that stole a brother, a husband, a father, a son, and left behind a ghost whose goals will echo every time the cop sings for a player who gave everything until the road gave nothing back. So tonight, if you close your eyes and listen carefully, you might hear a Lamborghini's roar fading into the Spanish hills, carrying 2 brothers side by side, free from pain, free from pressure, forever together on a road no tire can ever break again. Rest in peace, Diogo Jota. Rest in peace, Andre. You'll never walk alone. If this story touched you, subscribe and share so their light never fades. If you want more real stories that remind us how fragile life is, hit subscribe, like this video and share it. Together we keep their memory alive. Never forget.